that Israel faces threats, security threats emanating from the occupied territory, but it cannot wage a war against the people there. Still needs to respond in line with international law. This is not what Israel has done. Instead, Israel has waged a war against the people in Gaza. And 108 days later, what has happened is it has used prohibited weapons, heavy bombardment against Gaza, which is 365 square kilometers, where 2.3 million people lived cramped and besieged. It's a ghetto. People couldn't leave from Gaza. I mean, I spoke with children last year who were saying, oh, yeah, but she was sick. She could go to Jerusalem to get, to get cured, to get treatment. She could see the mountains. She was sick. Good for her. Can you believe a child saying that? So the situation in Gaza was horrible in many respects, which doesn't mean that they were all poor and depleted, because now I hear people say, yeah, but there were buildings, there was life, there were beaches. Yeah, what do you think? This was a fully developed society before the occupation, including during the occupation and including during the blockade. But 95% of the water was not drinkable. 80% of the population relied on aid. So it was already bad enough. But now 24,000 people have already been killed. 70% of them were children and women. 10,000 kids have been killed. Now think, to put things in proportion, in Srebrenica, 1,000 men and young men, so adults and young men, were killed. This number is overcome just by the kids who have been killed in Gaza. And then there are 9,000 people who are missing, so probably still under the rubble or rotting, decomposing somewhere, because Israel has ordered the evacuation of North Gaza. So 1.4 million people were ordered out, were ordered to leave. This is not normal. Even if there is a legitimate self-defense, you cannot kick out 1.4 million people saying, if you don't go, you're a terrorist. No, it doesn't work this way. And they did manage to evacuate most of the people in Gaza, and I'm really scared for those who are still in the north, because there is no aid, nothing that reaches north of Gaza. But even those who were displaced, Israel has thrown 200 bombs in safe areas. It has declared in safe zones, so areas that were safe. 200. So why do you bomb 200 times safe zones? Why do you declare a full blockade of water, food, fuel, medications, while you are heavily bombing? And for the first weeks, there were 6,000 bombs thrown on Gaza every week. 200-pound bombs, which have made craters in Gaza. Bombing a refugee camp, Jabalia camp, because there was one person who was a Hamas. So you need to demonstrate that he has done something. It's not, how can we believe you?